don't know why I got nothing to say. I don't know why I'm so confused. I don't know why I'm being so used. I don't know why you gotta act like this. I don't know what it is that I'm gonna miss. Could it be your beauty? Could it be your sin? Could it be me never seeing you again? Could it be your conscience? Could it be your lies? Could it be the way you wouldn't look me in the eyes? I don't know why you ended this way. Was there something that you could say? Don't know why I cry at night. Please give me a reason to put up a fight. I don't know why you hide in a shell. Leave me by myself to burn in this hell. I don't know why you gave me that kiss to contemplate all the things that I'm gonna miss. Could it be your beauty? Could it be your sin? Could it be me never seeing you again? Could it be your conscience? Could it be your lies? Could it be the way you wouldn't look me in the eyes? There's a lot of things I think I'll miss. President is number one. Miss walks in the park, going to the movies and just hanging out, having fun. Late night dinners, watching TV. I'll always remember this. But for all the good that you did to me, there's one thing I won't miss. That's how you left me, baby. No rhyme or reason at all. You pushed me off the edge, no second chance, and I'm never gonna miss that fall. That's how you screwed me, baby. I deserve more than goodbye. I don't care if you hate me now. I just wanna know why. Could it be your beauty?
What's up, Wolf?
Could it be me never seeing you again? Could it be your conscience? Could it be your lies? Could it be the way you wouldn't look me in the eyes?
All right. Where's everybody at? Wolfie, what are you getting message retracted for? What the hell's going on? I can't read your messages. It's weird. Y'all hear me okay? Everybody good? Right here, bro. All right, before we get started tonight, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to take one of these tonight. I always thought Elmo, but in the end, I knew it was Gizmo. What are you talking about, bro? Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, these are 1,000 milligram gummies here. I'm going to go ahead and take one of these. So, I'll let you know, I haven't had 1,000 milligram gummy in quite a while, so yeah, if things get a little out of control here, you guys can just say gummy. That was what I found today. One of the things I found today. The only thing I found today. Hey, Wolfie. It's the weekend. Where's your car? I got this in the back today. I paid 50 cents for it. And it's worth 40. Why is it worth 40? It's a good question. Yeah, I paid 50 cents for it. Pretty cool, right? Oh, your book jinxed it? My buddy. Picked him up today for 50 cents. He's worth $40. I feel like Gizmo really needs to go up on this wall. Did y'all notice I got lights back here now? Oh, I want to try something. Oh, hell yeah. Check it out. Woo! So I feel like this guy, I feel like it needs to go on the wall. It's not going to be going off like that all the time, guys. God, I need a less harsh light. All right. There's the new home for Gizmo. Always been a fan of Gremlins. No, hell no. Hell no. Nope, y'all are staying out. Fucking dogs. Damn dogs trying to sneak in. Trying to sneak in and interrupt. How'd everybody's day go today? Hope y'all all had a good day. I know that, thanks, man. Feed Gizmo gummy after after midnight. He's cool. Yeah, when I find something really cool, I gotta show it to you guys. Other than that, though, today it was slow as hell, man. They don't have any new product coming in, so I was up there about an hour and I left because nobody's bringing in new product in the middle of a ice storm, which we still haven't melted. No car but good. Stoned out of my mind. What's up, Juicy J? Glad you're stoned out of your mind, bro. I guess. I don't know, man. Let's talk about some things. I don't really have much planned tonight. Swan in the house. Swan, look up on my wall. I gotta break it out. I gotta break it back out for Swan. Swan can't miss it. She can't miss my new find and a permanent fixture for the room. That's for you, Swan. You like that? I got that for 50 cents today. He's worth $40. He's actually NECA. He's NECA branded. If you know NECA, I'm sure you do. But yeah, I got him. Girl in the back brought him out, and she was talking about how cute he was, and I said, "Give me that shit right now. I'm not leaving without it." And took it home with me, and I got some little lights too. What I'll do is the lights I got, they were somewhere stashed. I was listing all day today, so I was finding new shit, and I found this rope light thing. You probably got them in your house, but I put that up, and we're gonna get another light so that this harsh ass light will go away. Now, if this harsh ass light goes away, I might be able to take these glasses off from time to time. Okay. What's up, big dog? Chris Herrera. What kind of things you talk about or do? I'm new, so just asking. I'm glad you came in, Chris. I do a First Amendment audit channel. I'm a First Amendment auditor, but I'm all about freedom things and Our group, what we do here is we come in. We usually do it once a night. Maybe sometimes I miss nights, but we talk about whatever you want to talk about, bro. My whole thing is I want to get people from different backgrounds together so that we can be civil towards each other and not cuss each other out. An example, me and Wolfie last night, we debated a little bit. Wolfie's a Christian, I'm an agnostic. Wolfie, I don't know, he may be conservative. I consider myself progressive. But we don't do that, okay? We're not going to label you. I may ask or you may tell, but I'm not going to call you anything bad because of your political background, okay? Now, if you support really shitty things, hurting other people, then other people might step in and have a talk with you. But we consider ourselves critical thinkers, and we try to solve problems. We try to talk to each other about our day. We play games. We try to keep each other positive. We're trying to make social media social again instead of just fucking bickering back and forth. Okay, that's all I'm about. So if you're good with that, then already just subscribe because you have a good intention. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. And sometimes it gets fiery. Sometimes it gets fiery in the chat. But at the end of the day, man, we're I want to know about you. People come in here all the time and they ask me, "What do you think about Trump? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? Are you gay? Are you straight? Are you Christian?" And I'm like, I'm a human, brother. I'm a human. That's what I am. I don't put myself in any of those categories, okay? If you do that, you're one-dimensional. And nobody in here is one-dimensional, right? You left out perverted, too. Well, hell yeah, I'm perverted. Okay, Swan, you need the positivity today. What happened, Swan? What happened with you today? Come on, let's talk through this. I also took one of these. 1,000 milligram gummy. So sometimes things take a turn about halfway through our stream in a good way, but we get goofy. We always get goofy. Swan, come on, fill us in. Why do you need the positivity today? Do you have a bad day today? You left out perverted too. Yeah, we're perverted. Hell yeah, we are. But we're clean too. We're everything. We're an enigma. That's what we are. All right. Oh, no. Wait, is he not eating again, Swan? Swan's got a dog named Bowser that she's had for 10 years. Very, very important dog to her. And, how do I eat? I can eat, man. I can eat. Arms open for you, Swan. Come on in. We want a hug. Pass the acid. Spelled with a S. Gremlins was a great movie. Hell yeah, it was. I even liked the second one. The new batch. Flavored Savor. I cried a few drops last night because I think I'm losing him. Oh, fuck. Yeah, you can eat and get hair all in your food. I know. I mean, this hair doesn't fall out. I get shit in this, but this doesn't go into the food. So I'm frozen up in Memphis. Look, we're gonna talk to Swan because Swan, that's terrible, man. I'm really sorry about that. Do you just have a feeling that he's ready to, or maybe on his way? God, man, I can't. It sucks, man. Swan, all I'll fucking tell you is there's nothing I can really tell you. That shit's so fucking brutal and hard when you know that your pet is maybe ready to move on, and you're never ready to fucking move on with them, man. You want to have them forever. What a downer. He's eating a bit, but he's so thin and still upchucking, yeah. Oh. All right, guys, I need every one of you. We need to We need to everybody get together and send some goodness Swan's way. Swan's a wonderful person. She's a very loving person, um, very spiritual, very loving, and she has her own little channel that she does things and shows her dog from time to time. But she's had that dog for a while, and that dog loves the hell out of her. I've watched a couple of the videos. The dog just looks at her like you can tell. You know, I mean, when a dog really, really, really loves someone, you can tell. Sad to lose a pet. My heart goes out to you. Send your prayers and your weed smoke. What does Swan feed her dog? What do you feed your dog, Swan? The vet didn't want to put him on an IV. Yeah, that's interesting. You would think that they would want to put them on an IV and give them some fluids. Well, Swan, we're here with you, okay? We're here with you, and we're going to try to get your mind off that almost thing that's almost impossible to get your mind off of. But we're going to try. We're going to try to get you away from that. All right. Okay. We'll start. I'll go ahead and I'll do a happiness a happiness card for you guys, or not a happiness card, a enlightening card, which may help you and may help you think. Let me see, she said something else. Normally I'm an upbeat person, but dang, I've had him since he was 3 weeks old, and he's 10 in June. Look, Swan, you're allowed to not be upbeat, okay? You were in here, Tyson was in here, some other people were in here the night that I wasn't upbeat, you know, and that had to be kind of shocking to you guys to see me in that state. But we all have to go through it. We all go through it all the time. Not like what you're going through. That's some heavy shit. Heavy, heavy, heavy shit. We've talked about it before. I think it's almost as bad as losing a family member. It is a family member. It's the same thing. It's the people who say, "Oh, it's just a dog." I want to slap them in the face and say, "Get the fuck out of here, man." Dogs are they're fucking amazing in every sense of the word. I'm gonna read some more. Did Swan feed the dog nothing but processed dog food its whole life? I doubt Swan would do something like that. Swan probably gave him what he wanted. Is that what happened, Swan? I mean, do you give him what he wants, or do you feed him healthy? Because I'm terrible at feeding my dogs healthy. If we have something they want to bite, they get it. That's just, and I know, call me a terrible parent. Ever traveled on Route 666? No, man, I hadn't traveled on Route 666. Damn. It sounds like we might have a party on Route 666. Sorry, Wolf. I am boiling ground beef, rice, eggs, pumpkin, and nutritional yeast. He loves it. I've been feeding him every 2 hours, and he's drinking lots of water, but not gaining weight or energy. That's a good diet, then. I love dogs. No, my dogs eat very clean food, normally chicken, salmon, and veggies. That's amazing. Wolf, we're gonna get you through this, or we're gonna help you get through it. All right, I'm gonna give you something positive to talk about. Let's see. I'm gonna try to pick one out here for Swan. I haven't. Again, you guys know I don't read these. I just pick them. I pick one, and I sense that that's the one we need to read. I'm actually cheating a little bit tonight. Okay, we've already done a lot of these, so yeah, I've done a lot of these. All right, here's the one I want to do. Okay, I don't know if it's gonna help Swan, but let's see. She seems like the type to throw her furry babies a steak while she eats mac and cheese. I've been known to do that shit, man. If my dogs don't have any food, they're going to be eating my food that night. It's happened before, you know. Maybe it's a snowstorm or something. They got food tonight, but maybe you're can't get to the store for whatever reason. But yeah, they eat better or as close to as good as I do, but I don't eat good. All right, let me tell you a real quick story, guys. I got two of them. And I feel really, really, really bad telling these stories because they're not positive fucking stories at all. Um, okay, I went to this morning. I had a double negative on my interactions with people. I went to the post office. I had to ship that Texas Chainsaw Massacre game out that was late because they've been closed. You know, we've had ice around here. They decided to take a vacation. Everything else opened back up. Post office ain't open up. So they were open today. So I'm taking my stuff in there and I set it on the thing and I have no box, okay? And it's been snowy and icy, so you're not going to be able to find a box. So I use the flat rate box. I use the medium flat rate box to fit the game into and ship it out. Now, I use the kiosk, self-service kiosk. When I went to go pay, unbelievably, after they've been gone for a week, they come back and a medium flat rate shipping box through the post office now costs $22.99. Let me put that into perspective. When I started picking 4.5 years ago, that same flat rate box was between $9 and $11. $22.99 for a medium flat rate, whatever you can fit in there, and they keep shrinking it down. I'm afraid to ask what the large flat rate is now. When I first started, a large flat rate was about $14. It's probably $28 now, maybe even $30. So it sucks for me because I have to pass that on to my fucking buyers. I just have to. I can't eat that cost. If I'm selling you something that's going to be in a medium flat rate and it's going to be heavy and it's going to be worth shipping in a flat rate, I've got to give that cost to you. I just have to. Otherwise, I make nothing. All right, let me see. Try giving them yogurt in a couple hours or so. I'll be going live on Slimmy Cricket Entertainment live stream. I left a link on your last vid. Okay. Shipping has gotten outrageous in price. Yeah, it has. So that's not the problem. The problem, well, I mean, I was a little upset about it. So I just wanted to know. They had one person behind the counter, so I walk over to her. She's talked to me probably 50 times. You know, she's always been cool with me in the past. And there was another guy up at the counter that I know that I pick with, and I went up and I was like, "Did you guys just get back from an ice storm and raise prices up again?" And she goes, "Oh God, I don't have any control over that." And she was just firing back at me. I said, "I know you don't. I understand you don't. I get that you don't have any control over that. What I was asking was if it's just my imagination, because I don't remember a flat rate being $22.99 to ship." And she said, "Well, I don't know." I was like, "Okay, well, okay." I was like, "I just think it's kind of fucked up. You know, we pay for this place, and every time we turn around, the prices are going up, and we can't even get stuff delivered." So she looks at me and she says, "I'm just going to ask you to leave." I said, "Well, I don't think I'm going to leave." And she said, "Well, I'll call my boss and I'll get you to leave." I said, "I tell you what," I said, I'm going to tell you something. I said, "That sounds like a challenge to old liver cheese here." I said, "I'm going to go get my fucking camera and I'm going to come right back down here and I'm going to stand right here and I'm going to film you for the rest of the day. How about that? And there's not a damn thing you're going to do about it." And I wasn't going to do that. I just wanted to let her know I could do that if I wanted to. She was giving me attitude, like big time attitude. I don't know where it came from. I've always been nice to this woman. She's tearing me up, dude. All right, specialty shipping to Canada. I wanted to send my twin in Canada some candy, and dang the price. Yeah, no shit. That's why I don't ship overseas. eBay can handle that. If they want to ship my stuff overseas, they have an international shipping program. They can eat those costs. Wolfie's the vet prescribed Bowser probiotics and nausea meds. I wish they'd given him like some pain medicine or something, you know, like some CDB gummies or something that would help him rest. Not saying he's not resting, but generally, I don't know. I guess he's not in any pain. He doesn't need it, but I don't know. Damn it, man! I can't quit thinking about Bowser. Okay, so that was not a good interaction. Okay, I went out. I was pissed off, and I went. I acted like a real Karen today. I'm not gonna lie, with these two situations. So, and guys, this is how I tell you. It can once that negativity attaches on you, you got to figure out a way to get it the fuck off of you because it'll follow you around. All right, so I had to get back to the house because the wife had to take the Subaru to work. So I was like, oh, okay, let me stop over here and get something. I stopped at Wendy's. Wendy's. I ordered online through the mobile app. Went up to the window and told them I've got a mobile order, and they said pull up. All right, now I want you to picture this, okay? The entire parking lot is covered with snow and ice about that thick, right? They have carved out a pathway to go through the drive-through. Now, but they've also carved out places for people to park, and what they've done is they've built these mountains of snow all over their parking lot. Okay, so you can't. So I pull up and I can't. I see they got a truck pulled up ahead of the window. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be waiting on my order a while. Usually when you see a car pulled up, they're struggling with they're backed up. So I pulled up to the window and I'm trying to figure out a way I'm gonna get out after I get my order. I'm like, if I get my order first, I can't get out over there. There's a giant mound of snow. Can't go around. The truck's in front of me, and then I had a girl, I sat there for about, I don't know, 2-3 minutes, and I had somebody open up the window, and I rolled my window down, and she looked at me, she said, can you back up? And I was like, back up? For what? So I looked behind me, there's no cars? No cars behind me? I'm like, no, I'm going to stay right here. I said, I already can't get out of here. I said, I'm not going to go backing up, it's icy. I said, what do you have me back? They have me backing up because they have a timer. They have a timer set up on the drive-through, and they've done this before. My first video I ever made was at a Wendy's, where I had to pull up, and they were trying to tell me to back up because they didn't want to set their timer up because they're dicking around inside. You know, they're not following corporate procedures. Corporation wants them to get so many cars through in a certain amount of time. Well, they found a leeway to it, so they tell you back your car up or pull your car forward. The timer that they have right outside the window, it has to register the cars. And I know what they're doing, and I was like, no, I'm just going to sit here. So they got my food, and when they opened up the window and to hand me the food, I'd already paid for it. She handed me the food, and I heard her as she was going back in. She goes, no, some people just want to be assholes. As she handed me my food. I looked at her. I said, come here. And she came back to the window. And I said, I can't believe that you just thought you could say that in front of me. I said, I want a refund on my food right now. And she took it and took the food. He wants a refund. I said, and if you have a manager there, I'd like to talk to them. Yeah, I was big time Karen, you know. But I'm not taking that shit anymore, guys. I'm not gonna be the kind to sit there and just fucking take terrible service. It's not cool, man. It's really not cool because if you look at how many times a day people just don't give a fuck, it's like just give a half a fuck, you know, just a half a fuck. So I'm waiting on my to get my money back, and then a manager comes like 4 or 5 minutes later. They keep coming by. I think I flummoxed the girl when I said I wasn't going to move because she was like, oh, I don't know. What am I supposed to do? I was like, there's no cars behind me. Why do you want me to move? So then a manager comes up, and she's got on the glasses that record. And I saw that immediately. And she was totally different. You know, she looked at me. She said, what happened? And I told her the story. I said, You know, as she's handing me her food, she goes back inside, and I hear her as she's shutting the window. Some people just like to be assholes, say it as loud as she can. And this manager looked at me and she goes, "I am so sorry for that." She goes, "I am really, really sorry for that." I said, "I just want a refund." And she said, "Can I make your food?" I told her, I said, "Look," I said, I just need to get home. I said, "I just need to get home. If you can give me a refund." Well, turns out they can't give you a refund on your mobile app. You have to go and do it yourself. You can't, you know. She's like, "Oh, I don't. It's going to be hard because it's saying that you already went through the drive-through, and I got to go." And I was like, "Why is that not fixed? Why do we have a problem where if somebody orders, what happens if somebody orders online and they show up here and you don't have what they ordered?" Because that's happened a lot. That happens all the time, and they never know how to deal with it. They're always like, "Well, I guess get something free." I'm like, "I wanted that, you know." You don't have a thing on your app that you can hit to say no, they're out of that shit or whatever. I'm just saying we deserve more than that, okay? And I know I sound like the biggest Karen in the world, and today I kind of was. But when I had the woman with the good attitude, automatically my attitude changed. And I told her, I said, "Ma'am," I said, "you don't have to go to trouble." I said, I'm just trying to leave. I said, I'll tell you what. I said, "You see what I look like, right?" I said, "You won't forget my face." I said, "Maybe next time when I roll through here, you just hook me up with a meal." And she's like, "Yeah, I can do that." And she said, "And I'll let the other manager, the other full-time manager, let her know what you look like." I said, "Tell them liver cheese." So she handled it the best she could, and I appreciated it. I drove off. I was out $13 with no food, but I'll go back next time and get a meal. You know, I just, it was really not a good situation. And just, okay, we're through that. And then after that, I went to the bins and everything was straight, okay? I corrected myself mentally. I'm like, we're not going to let this be a bad day. We're not going to let it happen. Made extra sure I talked to people, you know, and asked them, just got involved and wanted to talk with my friends and make sure that I'm not going to be going around now with a negative thing on me all day. Gen X, Gen Karen. I knew Wolfie would come in and say some shit like that. Yeah, I don't know. It was right when they first opened. I mean, it was like 11:15 in the morning. They didn't serve breakfast. They had just opened up. Sometimes I think that, I don't know. I'm not going to say that. She just seemed really put off by me, and I don't like that when I'm spending my money. How dare you act like I don't care if you don't fucking help me. Just don't treat me like shit. You know what I mean? That's the main thing. Just don't treat me like shit. That's the first time that's happened in quite a while. All right, but I will call people out when they and I'll call them out more times when they go above and beyond, just so you know, Wolfie. Look, dude, I go and if I see great customer service and I see somebody going, you know, just kicking ass, man, I will personally pull them to the side and let them know, keep doing what you're doing. You're going to fucking make it big, okay? You're going to make it in this world if you keep doing with that attitude right there. And they appreciate that a lot of times, I think, at least the ones that I've talked to do. How you doing, Lisa? How you doing? All right, so I'm going to give you guys, with all that negativity, we need to have this positive thought, okay? So I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to look at this positive thought that we can carry. Okay, I embrace my unique individuality. Follow your heart, not the expectations of others. Have the courage to ask yourself, who am I? And embrace it. Wow, that's a good one. That's a real good one. I like that one a lot. I do embrace my unique individuality. I think y'all can see that. And hopefully y'all do too. I know Swan does, and I know Wolfie probably does too, and a lot of you other people do too. Don't be afraid to wave that freak flag, you know? If you want to put on that giant pink hat, I don't know why I said giant pink hat, but if you want to, you know, if you want to wear a crown, wear a crown. Go out. If you feel like being a king for the day, Get your ass up, put a crown on, and walk out and just watch people's reactions. Because it will definitely be worth it and you will get some conversations. People are going to think you're nuts, but that's okay. Be individual. Be an individual. It's what makes the world go round, man. Different strokes for different folks. Shout out to Lamont, you big dummy from Sanford and Son. He passed away today. Lamont, the big dummy, passed away. Damn it. I love Sanford and Son. So that was a big deal for me today to see him, to see Lamont get pass away. That always sucks when you see people dying left and right, doesn't it? And yesterday we didn't mention Catherine O'Hara, who passed away. That's two. You know what they say, they come in threes. So who's going to be the third celebrity to pass away? Because we've had two of them in the last day. Anybody want to make any calls on a celebrity we might lose next? It's terrible, man. Condolences, yeah. All right. Oh, okay. Wolfie, you still there? All right. Now, I really feel like, Swan, we got to cheer you up. And I know that, Swan, yesterday you liked the spooky jokes. So we're going to do a couple of spooky jokes, okay? Willie Nelson. That's right, damn right, Tyson. By the way, anybody going to watch? Tonight there's a lot going on. We got the Royal Rumble tonight, if you're into wrestling. And we also have a UFC fight, which if you have Paramount Plus, it's free. It's normally a pay-per-view. Grew up on that show, Red Fox. I give it to the young dogs. As a past nurse of 16 years, 100% believe in the passing in threes. Yeah. Hey, so let me ask you this. I got a question for you. Grew up on that show, and tomorrow the Grammys. Tomorrow is the Grammys. I wonder who's going to win. One battle after another. Oh, that's not the Grammys. That's the Oscars. What the fuck am I talking about? Good God. I wanted to ask you, Swan. You're a nurse for many years, so you probably saw people pass away. I read a discussion online that was very interesting to me, and it was between people who, it was between some religious people and some people who weren't religious, and they were talking about the moment of death when people die, and a lot of people chimed in. A lot of nurses chimed in and said that almost every time that they've seen somebody die, it seems like that person is okay mentally, like they're, like what they see when they die, their last words. You know, I like to read people's last words a lot of times. I'm very interested in that morbid kind of shit. But you know, they were talking about the existence of a heaven and a hell, and how, and there were several nurses that came out and said, every death I've experienced, I've never had anybody scared, you know, like, oh, you know, like they saw hell or something as they were dying. So I thought that was pretty cool. Do you have any experience with that, Swan? Do you have any, I mean, do you recall anybody, the way they went, if they were said something beautiful or mentioned a loved one, or they were scared, or if they talked about, oh, I see fire, you know? Mostly okay, not all. Okay. Now, yeah, I could see people at the last minute panicking. I could definitely see that. It's not going to happen to me, I don't think. But yeah, I sidetracked it there, but I was just wondering, because it was an interesting conversation that I was reading, or story that I was reading. All right, here we go. We're going to do some spooky jokes. Okay. All right. Let's do some goofy dad jokes. I'm gonna do. We'll do 2 of them. Trim your mustache, man. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. I just can't. I once had a patient scared, so scared, but it was just the once. She was repeating over and over. I got to save myself from myself. I've got to save myself from myself. That's interesting. That's interesting. I wonder if she had like some. I wonder if she had like uh, regrets. Maybe she looked back on her past behavior and was like, I need to. That's not me. So I need to save myself from myself. I don't know. That's a weird one. It's a weird one. We all know you have ADHD. I don't have that. I've never been diagnosed with it. I could have it, but I've never been diagnosed. As long as pain was managed, it was peaceful. Lots of people saw past loved ones and spoke to them. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I was, wondering about. And there's a famous writer. I can't remember if it was Mark Twain or Shakespeare. Somebody famous. Their last words as they were passing away were, "It's beautiful." And I always liked that. I felt like he was passing away and was seeing something that he was happy to see. Okay? I'll leave it at that. That's enough for me. How you keep an asshole in suspense? I'll tell you later. Tyson. I'll tell you tomorrow. Sorry, Tyson. I'm an old fart, man. I've heard a lot of jokes in my life, so there's a good chance that I may finish your punchline before you do. All right, here we go. We're gonna. Hey, look. What time you going on that live feed, Swan? We got some competition, boys. I might barge in that live stream tonight and tell them, come on over to my live stream tomorrow night. Is he a big live stream? Is he a big live streamer? I bet he is. I've heard things like, look at the pretty flowers and mama, there you are, and thank you, Paul. Paul was her deceased husband's name. Oh, man. About 8 p.m., okay. Let me know when that's getting close. What time is it right now? Anybody? It's probably almost 8. Hold on, I can do this. It's 8. She's leaving. Can't you go later? How long's this clown's live feed? I don't like this guy taking our swan. Taking our swan away from us. You're most of our entertainment. All right, I'm going to read your joke here. If you do go over there, that's cool. I'm messing with you. All right, here you go. Who is the best at Halloween fancy dress? Oh, it's 6 p.m. here. Okay. Who's the best at Halloween fancy dress? Anybody? What is Halloween fancy dress? It's kind of weird. All right, we're going to read the answer. I don't know why I even bothered to turn the camera around. Who is the best at Halloween fancy dress? Here we go. Mummies, and daddies. Okay. Mummies and daddies. Oh boy, that's a groaner actually. God, I don't know if I can go. I don't know if I can go and go forward after that joke. It's terrible. Okay. I read this one. Yes, I did. But I'm going to surprise you guys. And this is going to be our last joke of the night. All right, here we go. All right. What's a witch's favorite makeup? What's a witch's favorite makeup? What's a witch's favorite makeup? Here we go. Mascara. Mascara. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Look, man, I probably only paid a quarter for these. After that one, I might have to go take it back. I might have to take them back. That was that was uh that was just terrible all around. Swan, you can leave. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to feel obligated to stay in here with us. We'll find another Swan. Just kidding, Swan. We could never find another you. You're irreplaceable. I wasn't going to stay on too late tonight anyway because I want to go watch the UFC fight. I know. Anything happen? Anything cool happen to anybody today? Anything? There will never be another Red Swan. Oh, he's calling her the Red Swan now. It's a good name for a superhero. The Red Swan. What's up, Alice? Stop that nonsense. What the hell are you doing? All right, I want to ask the Book of Answers something. Anybody out there have a burning question that you need answered? We're going to get the answer right here from the Book of Answers. All you have to do is give me your question, and I will open the book in no particular spot. We just think about what you're saying, and we meet on a level. Meet on a level. I'm off tonight. Well, I get okay. All right, Wolf. You ready? You ready, bro? This book has been such an asshole to Wolfie. Wolfie keeps asking, is he going to get a car? When's he going to get a car this weekend? And she just keeps on being really vague. She's kind of a pain in our ass. Ooh. Hold on. Stop everything. I know there's one question burning in one brain cell, but I don't want to know what the book says. Intriguing. I wonder what she's talking about. All right. How do I choose between two women which I'm madly in love with? Jalel. CTGers, we need to come together here, okay? We need to come together here. This is a serious request. A serious question. We need to help this person out. I don't know if this person's a regular sub. Hopefully they become one. If y'all want to go ahead and answer for them, I want to see what you guys think. Need another gummy? It's going to take a little bit, man. Answer comes from experience, not some stupid book. You weirdo. I know, man, but hey, man, we're just having a little fun, okay? We're having a little fun. But you'd be surprised at how many times, if you open up your mind to, thinking outside the box a little bit, like kind of letting the wind blow you in a certain direction, how many times that actually turns out good. That's all we're doing. Need another gummy? Answer comes from experience, not some stupid book. Yes, Gen Express, I'm on my way to regularity. I choose between two women which I'm madly in love with. Jabel, that is a question that need more facts before answering. Yeah, it is. It is. But you want somebody, ask somebody close to you. Ask somebody close to you who knows you and her and the other one maybe, and you may not think you have a name in your head, but you do. You do have that name in your head. One of those people, even though you may be madly in love with both of them, one of those people is really, and I hate to use this, your person. He's my person. That's my person. Oh, he's my person. She's my person. It's in there. You just don't know it's in there, okay? You got to ask yourself the hard questions. Throw sex out of it right now, okay? Throw that to the side. Throw it to the side, unless one of them's really, really, really better, like a lot than the other one. But if the other one seems like one Swan, if the other one seems like one who could, would be willing to take a journey with you for an experience and might want to share some kinky things with you, then you can't do that. So that's why I say just kind of throw that out. I just want to know which one you enjoy being around more. Which one would you take to a movie? Which one would you watch your favorite show with? Which one makes you laugh more? Those are the kind of things. Start honing in on those things, and don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself, okay? If you find yourself lying to yourself about one person, like maybe, well, they're not quite as she is, then forget what I said. I have no idea where the hell I was going. That train went off the track. Wolfie, that damn gummy, you can sit here and say, take another gummy. That's 1,000 milligram gummy. Did you hear that track just go off? That track went up the mountain, across the river, and then changed tracks 4 or 5 times. Next thing you know, we're in New England. What the fuck happened? New England. Who is going to make you a better person in your soul? Yeah. I didn't even think about that one. Yeah, who do you want? Yeah, who do you want? Yeah, who makes you want to be a better person? Which of those women could you see yourself, more, I will never let her down. You know what I mean? If you're ready for that. Might not be ready for that. Remember, this guy dated this girl who was ready to settle down, and she was hot. I'll tell y'all this story real quick. When I first moved up to Nashville, Tennessee, I moved up to Nashville, Tennessee in about 2006. And I moved up there because I was writing music, and I talked to a songwriter, a pretty prevalent songwriter, and I told him I want to write a country song. I want to sell a country song. How the hell do I do it? And he looked at me straight in the eye. You know how sometimes when somebody will say something that just cuts right through the bullshit, and you know it, and it hits you right here, and you're like, okay, yeah, that meant something. I need to take his advice. He just looked at me. He said, are you married? And I was like, no. He said, you got any kids? And I said, no. He's like, what the fuck are you doing in Memphis? Move the fuck to Nashville. But he just said it in a way that it was so matter-of-factly, and I was just like, oh, I'd never really thought about that, I mean, move from Memphis? And I saved up a little bit of money, not too much, and I got the hell out of there. Wait. Yeah, and when I got up there, I was scared as hell. Didn't even have a job. I didn't have a job. I moved to Nashville with no job. It's a true story. Knew I could get a job. I'm a hustler. I'll get a fucking job. You get me an interview, I'm going to get that job. I know that's easy to, yeah, you're looking at me like, really? The way you look? I didn't always look like that, guys. Maybe I'll show you a picture of myself. Ooh, that's something we could do. I could show you, I could show you some old pictures of myself and what I actually used to look like, because I didn't look like I look now. Who can you see being old with? Not just growing old, but during the time you're both old and need each other to be there emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Absolutely. 100,000% correct. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? I got a birthday coming up, but right now I'm 54. 54. The youngest 54-year-old man you'll ever meet. I promise you. I promise you. But anyway, when I moved up to Nashville, scared shit. It has a point. Trust me. This train right here, it has a point. It's gonna pull into the station. I promise you. So when I got up there, I don't even know why we're fucking talking. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. I've always been a one girl kind of guy. I always dated long term. I've been in 2-year relationships, 1-year relationship, 3-year relationships, which is a lot when you're in your, 20s or whatever. I didn't just fuck around. I never did that. I wasn't that kind of guy. When I got to Nashville, after I got situated up there and started doing okay for myself, I got a little confident. I got a little confidence. So I started actually getting more women. When you're more confident, surprisingly, you get more women. But I'll never forget it, man. I was at I went to do karaoke one night, and I didn't know anybody in there. I knew the DJ. I had talked to him. He was one of the first guys I talked to when I moved to Nashville at the club. And I talked to him. We got to know each other, and this beautiful girl comes in. Very pretty girl. And she doesn't know anybody there either. And I don't know. She comes a couple nights a week and does karaoke. We go a couple nights a week and do karaoke. She starts showing interest. Problem is, we don't know if she's showing interest in me or the DJ. And I don't know why I did it, but I did. Well, I know why I did it. I did it because my path wasn't with her. But I gave her up for him. Because she was interested. She wanted a boyfriend, and she liked both of us, I think. And, well, I know she did. I found out later on that she really did. But anyway, I gave up this girl to this DJ. And she was ready to settle down. Now, this DJ wasn't ready to settle down. He was still sowing his wild oats and shit. But she was way prettier than he was. Way prettier. So he needed to get his shit together really quick so he could stay on her level, and he didn't do it. He didn't do it, and she would tell me he doesn't want to do anything. He doesn't want to. And then she called me up one day and said he was sneaking in her house when she wasn't there. Because he was jealous and all this crazy stuff, and I was like, good God Almighty. But anyway, I wound up getting engaged to my wife. And down the line, and we're both at the club one night, and she comes by, and she looks at me, and she goes, hey Will, hey, and then she's sitting there with her girlfriend, and she goes, I had a chance to pick Will over. Did I just say my name? I'll tell y'all my name. I don't give a shit. I ain't got nothing to hide. You can dox me. I don't care. A Nazi kills me. A Nazi kills me. But no. But she, right in front of me, looked. I'd always wondered if she liked me or not. And she looked at her friend and said, "I really screwed up that night." She goes, "I went with I'll just say his name's Ray." Okay, I'll say that's his name. I'll say it's Ray. I went with Ray, and had I not gone with Ray and just and gone with him, I would have been happy right now. And it warmed my heart. Don't get me wrong, but I'm engaged now. So, and I don't know, but somebody heard it and told my wife. My my wife was not happy, or I was engaged to at the time. She was like, "We're leaving." That bitch. And I was like, "Okay, okay." Maybe I told her. Shit, I can't even remember. But anyway, it all goes back to where people are in their life, as to and where you are in your life. You know, she was ready to go. He wasn't ready to go. So look at that too. You know, how are your paths going to lead? You know, do you have the same values and beliefs? Is not the most important thing, but in the end, you have to have similar paths. You know what I mean? So that's what I'll say to you. And we've been talking to you for a long time, haven't we? My name is Melanie, pronounced Melanie, but most of y'all already know. His name is Will too. LOL. Now you're talking by experience. Yeah. I don't know. She and you, even if you're with your soulmate, that does not mean that you can't think about how things would have been down another path. You know what I mean? A lot of people, if they find themselves thinking about that, then they feel guilty. I don't think you need to feel guilty about that because you haven't acted on it. You know what I mean? As long as you're not acting on it. But yeah, I'm sure a lot of us people think, if you went this way at this point in my life, how would my life be differently? Right? Hopefully. My mom's homeless. Can I have a shout out? What? What? Isabella. I hope you're joking. And I assume you are because of the way you worded that. I would never laugh at somebody being homeless. Believe it or not, I've never been homeless. Or they obsessed about it and mess up what you got now. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah, Wolf. Hell yeah. Guys are self-sabotagers, man. We will sabotage. If we think, if we don't even realize we're doing it, man. We don't even realize we're doing it. You got to understand when you're self-sabotaging yourself with relationships. When you're too jealous, it's the first lesson you should learn as a guy. The first one. That's the first one you should learn. When you lose somebody that you really cared about because you were a jealous little prick, then you shouldn't do it again. You know what I mean? You should not. Yeah, CTG, bro. Yeah, you shouldn't do it again after that. Maybe one more time. Maybe two if you're a really horny little prick. But I'm just saying, you don't... Wait. Did I say horny little prick? That didn't make any sense. Don't lose more than one person for being jealous. Jealous is stupid. Stupid as fuck. I look back on who I lost when I was jealous. Would I have married her? Probably not. Probably not. But I do look at it like, boy, I was a little dumb son of a bitch. You know, I really thought, I didn't have to be jealous. Nobody has to be jealous. Nobody. Trust the person you're with completely. Okay? Don't call me out, Jen. I didn't call you out. I said CTG. I said we're having a CTG moment here. We're talking critically while the train goes all over the fucking place, right? Where were we? I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't. I wish you luck, man. I wish you picked the right one. The thing that's fucked up now is you're gonna make your choice, and then 5 years down the line, the shit's not gonna be good, and you're gonna be thinking about what you passed up. Don't do that shit to yourself. Do not do it. That's gone. That's gone. Don't think of... You made the right choice. Stick with your choice. You can think about her, but just don't try to find her. Oh, I made a huge mistake. You know what I mean? Horny prick. Oh man. God, yeah, man. Swan, it really sucks you're going through that, and I know I keep going back to that, but Then the only reason I go back to it is because I know, and you do too, and so does Wolfie, so does probably everybody in the chat, what it feels like to lose a pet. Um, Especially a pet that was there for you during really, really dark times in your life. That kind of pet is a different kind of pet. I don't even think the guy is even still here. He's probably Swan. Swan's taking shots. I love it. He shouldn't be here. If he has any fucking sense, he's moved on a long time ago. What was that? 30 minutes ago that we started that? I don't even know. I've lost track of time. It wasn't 30 minutes. I was just being ridiculous, but that was funny. That was funny, Swan. I like that. Well, I mean, it never hurts to talk about it, though, right? That's a good thing to talk about. People are, I don't know, man. We're such dipshits when it comes to dating sometimes, and marriage and love. We can just be so fucking stupid, just dumb as hell, man. Now, I have dated a whore. I'm not gonna lie. I have dated. That was rough. She was just a whore, man. I've only dated one. Dude, look, Islam allows 4 wives. How stupid is that? Reliable for man. I couldn't have. You know what, man? Look, I couldn't have 6 wives or 4 wives, but I could see being close enough to a group of women that you care about in different ways. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. That's a friend. Oh, yeah, that's what that is. It's a friend. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, these gummies. These gummies. I don't even know what we're talking about. Cottonmouth, you did a gum. That's when you know it's hitting you, man. It's when you get cottonmouth. Yeah, I have dated a whore. You really want to talk about her, don't you? Let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about this whore. I hate that. I take that last part back. I do. She was a kid. Wait a minute. Well, she wasn't a kid. She was a kid compared to my age now. Oh, Jesus Christ. Who would be stupid enough to do that? It wouldn't be my luck. They would all be on their period at the same time. What? I've heard that. I don't know. I've heard that they can sync up if they're in the same household. I don't know how true that is. I don't. If there's a woman in here, I don't know if Swan's gone. She might be gone. But is that true? Can y'all sync up periods when you stay around a woman for a long time? Another woman, like you live with her? Is that a real thing that happens? I've heard it is. It's weird. It's weird. You need a gummy too. All right. Yeah, this girl, this girl, I'm not going to say her name. I dated her a while too. I dated her off and on for probably 3 years. Yeah, what are you doing dating a whore for 3 years? What's wrong with you, liver cheese? Why would you do that? I was stupid. I was stupid, and here's the thing. I saw a different side of her. I took the woman's role. I absolutely took the woman's role in the relationship. She was a hoe, but I saw something else in her. Literally. Like 6 or 7 times. No. No, look. I took the traditional woman's role of you look at the whole package. and you know, there's a lot of red flags, but sometimes you can see things in there that you're like, no, but they can be this, you know. That's a dangerous game you're playing there. That's a dangerous game because a scorpion's not going to change into a frog, you know, overnight. It's a scorpion. Uh, and some people never change. You know what I mean? Some people are the exact same. I'll be right back. Bowser feeding time. Still listening though. Did she pee standing up? What? No, man. She look. She had a good heart. She had a good heart, but she just had to be out all the time. Had to be fucking somebody or doing something behind my back. There was no way in hell I ever thought about marrying this girl. I dated her for like a year. We split up, and then we wound up dating again. And then, you know, she was just one of those things. We were kind of like this, but we crossed and we right here. So that little time period right there, that's, you know, where our 3 years were. We were going like this in different directions. Funny thing about this girl though, and I don't say that lightly, guys. If I call someone a whore or a hoe she literally, this girl she was, you know, I heard from several people, hey man, your girl's fucking around on you. I saw her giving a guy a blowjob in the parking lot. I mean, it was things like that. She was always. I busted her many times. I busted her, not having sex, but I busted her going out coming home at 4 a.m. I was a little, you know, she had me deranged. You know, She told me one night she wasn't going out, and I told her I believed her, and then I went over to her house and waited and didn't see her car, so I decided to wait, and she winds up rolling up at 4 a.m. Yeah, love makes you do dumb shit, you know. And she couldn't help it. It's just that was where she was at in her life. But here's what's funny. Many, many, many years later, actually, it wasn't that long ago. I want to say it was long ago, but it was after I got married. I found her on Facebook. And she reached out. She's like, "Oh, how have you been? What have you been doing?" Guess what? She's a evangelical Christian wife now. She's an evangelical Christian wife, trophy wife, dude. She's got like 3 fucking kids. I shit you not. And I'm just thinking, man, I could ruin that. I could ruin that family if I wanted to. No, I would never do anything. But it's just amazing to me how she's just the complete opposite of what she was. Like total opposite, dude. Total opposite. And I she was the kind of person that I didn't really want to be with, but sometimes I'd get a little horny and I'd call her at 2 o'clock in the morning and she'd fly right over. So, you know, what was the point? I have no idea. Yeah, I dated a whore. I wish her well. I actually was friends with her for like a couple of days. I friended her on Facebook. She started like, I don't know. I was reading her post and she was asking weird questions and asking what church I went to and shit like that. And I was like, I just blocked her. I didn't want to deal with it. She wasn't meant to be in my life. She was meant to be in my life when we crossed right there. You know what I mean? She wasn't one that's going to be there years later, right? It's a difference. You're going to run across friends that are friends and they're good friends and they're good girlfriends, but they're not going to be in your life after 5 years, 10 years. So I'd leave her past behind her. No, you're right. Absolutely, you're right about that, Wolfie. You're right. It's just funny. It's just ironic, is what I'm saying. No, I don't. I mean, she lived her life. She just didn't have to do it to me. You know what I mean? I don't mind how many men she slept with, but at the time I did because I was the one getting slept on. You know what I mean? Um, I don't know. Now I don't. That's the first time I've talked about her in fucking years. She's even crossed my mind. So it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. And I think she's in a better place in her life, and good for her. But oh, her little daughters would love to hear about the night she had. She was a dirty girl, dirty one. All right, moving forward. I'm back. He only eats if I'm standing there. Oh, that's so sad. I know a woman like her, married with children now. Yeah, it's okay, man. I mean, that's okay. But it's the poor guys that she's doing that to, you know. There's people out there. She's leaving a trail of bodies, you know. Um, and she deserves to be forgiven. She deserves to be forgiven. I just sometimes wonder if I couldn't just call her up at 2 a.m. and say, hey, come on. If she wouldn't just, pew. I bet she would. I'll bet she would. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, shit. Damn, what am I coughing so much for? Well, Swan, can you bring Bowser into the living room and let him let him hang out, and you can stand and watch the feed and chat on your phone, whatever, however you do it. The hell am I coughing? I better not be getting some kind of cold or some shit. What the hell's going on? I did go out today. I don't feel coldy. Yeah, that you know, that I don't wish, and I hope you guys are the same. I look back on my love life and my girlfriends. I wish them the best. I really do. I only want the best for them. Sometimes I wonder though if what they think of me, because I mean I dated a girl right before I came to Nashville, and I dated that girl almost 3 years, 2.5 years. She was with me when my dad passed away. She was important to me, but I never thought about marrying her. I don't know why. I just never thought about it. I was just in a different place. I needed to be. There's certain things I couldn't think about then, and I look back on it, and I wasted a lot. I didn't waste 3 years of her life. I think that people learn from each other. That's what I want to know from her. I want to know, if I could see her today, I want to know that she thinks that those 3 years that she was with me were not wasted. You know, because you learn in relationships, and it helps you be a better person and make a better relationship next time. But I don't know. Yeah, I dated her 2.5, 3 years, and after we split up, she called me up and said, "By the way, I've been cheating on you for the last year." It's a true story. And you know what? You know how I heard her? I said, well, that's good to know. That sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. And I hung up. And it drove her crazy. Because her big payout to me after we split up was going to be the big gut punch, how she was going to get me for not marrying her, was going to be, by the way, I've been cheating on you the last year. And it didn't have the intended response that she thought it would. So, and I really didn't give a shit. I didn't care. That's not on me, that's on her. So yeah, man, I sound like no wonder I wrote all these songs. Remember the other night we were listening to all these songs that I wrote in Nashville about these women and shit. Now you're finding out why I wrote those songs, man. We're learning it here together because we're thinking critically. Oh man, I actually hope I don't ever want to run into anybody in public, you know, that I dated, because they're gonna look at me and they're not gonna fucking know who I am. And if they do, they're gonna say, "What happened?" I'm gonna say, "What do you mean, what happened? I lived my life." I'm not a I'm not a worker bee. You know, I'm not. There, that came out wrong. Not a, I'm not I'm not I'm an individual. I'm an individual. Good God. Undercover Gen X. Man, you guys, what do we got? Hour and 20 minutes. Not bad. Anything y'all want to do tonight? I really didn't have anything planned tonight. Actually, I'm not going to lie to you, man. I was just going to skip this stream tonight because I've been listening all day and I was kind of like, oh, fuck. I just want to go watch that UFC fight. And some nights you just want to watch a fight or something. What sucks is I'd take y'all with me. You know, I would just turn the camera around and we could watch the fight, but I think I could get in trouble for that. I think they may frown upon me live streaming a pay-per-view on no, it's not a pay-per-view, it's on Paramount Plus, but it used to be a pay-per-view. Yeah, so I really wish I could do those kind of things with y'all. We'll have that ability one day. We will. You're married now, though, right? Yeah, I'm married. Undercover. You didn't know that, Tyson? Oh, well, I wonder why. It's in there. I forget it all the time. Sometimes you'll see me wearing it, but I don't know, man. I don't know what that says about me, or if that says that she trusts me in a relationship to know that I can go. She probably looks at me and goes, "Oh, you ain't got to wear your wedding ring." You can set it right over there. Just set it on the bedside. You don't need it. Nobody's gonna fuck with you. I've only been with 4 people, and one is wait. I can't pass that one up. I've only been with 4 people, and one has passed away, and the other is in Canada. So me running into a guy would be highly unlikely. Do you want to run into him? You want to run into him, Swan? You need to run into a new a new guy, Swan. Hint, hint. LOL. I don't think you've ever asked if Swan had a guy. I don't want to watch a fight. I want to watch a fight. I want to watch a fight. No shit. It's not just that. My room's a wreck too. I'm always going to be honest with you guys. If I took you into my room, you'd be like, I ain't watching this motherfucker again, man. He's got to clean his shit up. He's got to clean his shit up, or I'll never watch him again. So that's one of the reasons that I don't just pick you up and take you into the room. You don't need to be seeing my house. Whoopee. Music helps me relax, though. Yeah, me too. Me too, Alice. Me too. It's everything. I've been going crazy here lately because I only have a Bluetooth set of headphones that I listen to music at night, but I forget to charge the damn thing, and then I get in there and want to throw on the headphones. Oh, damn it, it's not charged. And I don't just have a regular set because I've got a weird phone. I got an S25, and the S25 it doesn't have a headphone jack. It's weird. You got to don't get me started. Speaking of music to relax to, where's relaxing music tonight? I don't know. Last night was it last night? He was. Yeah, he tied one on last night. So maybe he's well, it's 24 hours ago, right? So he should have no, I mean it's Saturday night, guys. Probably who knows what he's doing. Wait. Did I just say it's Saturday night like it was the 80s? It's not. Saturday night is not like that anymore, man. It used to be like that. It's not anymore. People, and I feel so young. I feel so bad for the younger generation, man. They don't go to bars and clubs and pool halls and shit like that. I mean, they do, but it's not nearly as much as it was in the 80s. In the 80s, that shit was a ritual, dude. If it was a Saturday night and you're sitting at home, you just felt like the biggest loser around. Even in the 90s, you felt like that, but But something happened. Well, the social media happened. Social media happened, and people don't want to go. You know, it's a pain in the ass. You got to get up, make yourself look halfway presentable, drive there. It could be cold, cold as hell outside, and then you got to deal with all the drunk idiots around you. And there's a lot of drunk idiots, you know that. And yeah, just, you know, you find better things to do at home these days. Hey, Dakota, 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 Dakota. Let's see. Good question. About relaxing. Listen to Ray, Where's My Husband song. So, listen to Ray, Where Is My Husband song. It's a lot of fun. I haven't heard that. I don't think I've heard that. Still, we are just old now. And now a beer costs $8. Yeah, no shit. I saw, I was just going to say social media happened, yeah. Isn't that crazy, man? They call it social media, but it made us antisocial. But too much crap in bars and clubs, so kids stay in the basement now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sad. That's okay though. That's okay. We'll make a comeback. It'll make a comeback. Malls will make a comeback. I would love for malls to make a comeback. Movie theaters maybe make a comeback. Yeah, it's just so much more convenient and easy to stay at home too. You know, so we have Alice tonight, which is awesome. I know. We have 6 in here tonight that are staying for at least for a little bit. That's cool. I've noticed that, guys. I've been noticing that, you know, we have a core group that comes in almost every night, or when you can. But I've noticed that more people are stopping in, and I've also noticed that we're getting 6, 7 people now. That's kind of cool that are hanging out for a long time. Made CTG. Is she? I don't know. Used to go to bars to meet girls. Now you online dating. It's like ordering DoorDash. Yes. And while and I don't know, man. If you box yourself in so much on these dating sites, blonde hair, 5'6" or smaller, 120 or less. You know, I mean, what are you doing, man? Why are you doing that? Why would you do that? You're missing so many opportunities that you probably don't even know that you have. You could walk into a room and a black woman could knock your fucking socks off. You don't know. It could be it could be a hippie girl with arm hair, you know, and leg hair. And you would think normally that that's just something that you would be disgusted by. But you're going to run into the wrong person, and you're going to go, oh shit, wait a minute, she's different. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's what I'm saying. It takes away that aspect of it. You know, when you're out and you can watch people, you may see somebody that doesn't catch your fancy, and then, you know, you kind of notice them throughout the night doing things that may interest you. Oh, look, he's dancing to my song. Oh, look, he's pissed 5 times in the last 30 minutes. He's got a little bladder, you know. I mean, whatever. You notice, so it could be opportunities present themselves. Does that make sense? Yeah. Alice subscribed to you and left a comment and like on your short video. Yeah, I think she did yesterday, right? Was that yesterday? Was that Alice? We've been getting new subs, man. I love it. Last night we got 5 new subs. What the hell happened? I love it. Keep it up. All right. I'm going to let y'all go in 1 second. But last night I was sitting and I thought of something, and I want to run it by you guys. And this is trademarked, okay? It's not. It's copyright. It's not. But I trust you guys. I got a t-shirt idea. But it's not just a t-shirt idea. It's a slogan. It's a slogan that I will be using. And I think it's a good one. Tell me what you think. So, and it seems so basic. I don't understand why anybody hadn't gotten it yet. I meant it's subscribed to Alice and blah 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 blah. Social media shows good and bad, and without bad weather, sunshine means nothing. Knowing the ugly side builds judgment as long as you don't live in the storm. That's good. That's good stuff. It's good stuff. Good. You appreciate the good more when you're around bad people during the day. That's great. That's great. Wisdom is mine. I love that shit, man. I'm actually gonna pin that. That's the comment. That's the comment right there. Okay, so what? Why does my autocorrect despise me sometimes? Shit, does it to me too. I'm getting worse as I get older at typing messages. I'll type and I'll look down and what the hell did I just type? I don't know what's going on, but my dexterity's a little bit it's not nearly as good as it was. Maybe just getting old. Night, Alice. So, okay, here's the saying, all right? And don't laugh at me if you think it's terrible. Really, don't. It's not, here it is. This is the start of it. It's not red versus blue. It's the billionaires versus you. It's not red versus blue. It's the billionaires versus you. Crickets. Crickets. Or you can say the rich versus you. I didn't want to use the rich. It should be rich. But you confuse people when you say rich because it makes people angsty. You know what I mean? They think they're rich. You know, they may be making $100,000 a year, and they're like, I'm rich to myself. So if they see this shirt or a sign with that on it, I've actually had that happen before. I had a sign that said "Eat the Rich," and I had a really good conversation with a woman. I may have put I don't think that made it to the video, but I had a really good conversation. She pulled over and she said, "Hey, what do you mean by that?" I was like, "Well, it just means, you know, if the billionaires won't provide, then we eat them, or won't, you know, take everything, then it's time to eat the rich if we don't have anything to eat." So, and she was like, "What do you mean by rich?" I was like, "I mean billionaires. And she was like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree, you know." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So that's why I changed it from rich to either, I just want to say billionaires. What do y'all think? Eat the 1%. My YouTube just crashed. Absolutely. You liked it, Swan? Thank you. Eat the 1%. Yeah, no shit. But I think that's what it all comes down to. I sometimes I wonder why I spend so much time with the trolls on the red side, because it's really a waste of time. If you really think about it, I think it's not red versus blue, it's them versus you, or billionaires versus you. I really believe that. And I think it's a message that you can sell to both sides. Like, I can sell that to a conservative buddy. And I could sell that also to, clearly, to a poor person. So, yeah. We need to keep that. Keep that right here, all right? All right, guys. I'm gonna roll out of here, okay? I might go on later and start gaming or something. We won't eat bugs while they eat their steaks. Yeah, no shit, man. And you see that too, man. They're making us like the value meals now that we used to have. It's like you feel like you're not getting what you should get. You know what I mean? It makes you feel like you're not getting a quality product. because it's on the value menu. And that sucks, man. That really sucks. And they keep coming up with just bullshit items, and you're like, why are you trying to make me eat that? That's disgusting. Oh well, it's a good thing. Maybe they make a lot of profit from it. That's what I think it would be. Anyway, love you guys, and I'm gonna go watch UFC. If you don't have it, it's not any big fight tonight, guys. So don't be. I'll be on Slim's channel in a half an hour or so. Okay. What is it again? One more time, Swan. I'm gonna write it down. It was Slim Pickens or no, no. Slim Chickens? No. It was Walmart got busted putting the wrong weight on meats. Yeah, man, they do it. They do it every which way. And not only that, I bust them all the time with wrong prices. I'm like, what is this price like this for? You know what? You have it over there, and then you ring it up, and it's $1 more. It happens all the damn time, man. They think we're morons. Slimity Cricket Entertainment. Okay, Slimity Cricket. What's it about? And how many people are going to be in there? Okay. Yeah, how many people are going to be in there normally? It's just a bunch of old people. Okay. So the chat's not just like I'm on Bosch's channel or Moist Critical. Okay. Try to go comment for Bosch or Moist Critical or any of those guys, and you gotta hit that they got it, man. Because if you want that thing to be seen, you got to do a super chat. You have to. I mean, it's smart. It's smart. When they get up to that level, they deserve that. They really do. They really do. They bust their ass. All right, guys. I love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. CTG out, guys.